Hi guys, it's Kiarko here, back with another speed build, and today we're building a Christmas home. Originally I was going to call this a Christmas cabin, and I might actually still call that in the title of this video just because the alliteration of Christmas cabin sounds a lot better than Christmas home, but you know, it actually kind of is more of a home than a cabin, so it's a little bit of a lie, but you know, it sounds better, so whatever. But yeah, so this is a Christmas home. Basically this is a home that is like a regular home that, you know, exists outside of Christmas is what I imagined. But this particular build just takes place during like the holiday season. So we're gonna have a lot of decorations. It's gonna be all very, very Christmassy on the inside. It's gonna look like Santa's workshop just exploded everywhere. And I'm actually quite happy with how it turned out, so please let me know what you guys think. And, you know, I asked this in the last video, if you guys have any, you know, fun holiday plans coming up, let me know as well. I always like to hear, you know, what people do, you know, any traditions, any, you know, special things they celebrate or anything like that. Please let me know. I think the internet is a wonderful place for us to connect and share, you know, our lives and stuff, and yeah, just let me know how your holidays are going. Anyway, so as we get into this build, just to like give you guys an understanding of like myself as a designer and just like my aesthetic taste. I love Christmas, I love the holidays, you know, I love the sparkly lights, I love how people decorate their homes, all that stuff. But when it comes to like how I build in The Sims, the thing about Christmas is the whole like red, green aesthetic is like, it's just a little bit, I don't love it, okay? I feel like sometimes it can be a little bit like, what's the word, gaudy sometimes. It's just a very like intense like palette, and you guys know that I am absolutely insane when it comes to color palette. So I try to basically kind of tone it down a little bit by having like the greens and the reds being like on top of this very like cream neutral color palette so that it's not too like intense. So it's kind of like, what's the word? This is like an influencer on Instagram's Christmas home. You know what I mean? You know how they kind of like aestheticize everything? And that's kind of what I was going for here. In real life though, I do like, I go full send with the gaudiness of Christmas. I love Christmas trees that have like all the different ornaments, and it looks so crazy but so, you know, homey and you know, family-y. But like in this particular build I was trying to make it a little bit more aesthetic just because that's kind of how I build. I just prefer like aesthetic style builds. So it's not like totally Christmas crazy, it's more like toned down Christmas. Like look at these like deer in the front, they're so beautiful. I love like the simplicity of like the lights around, it just looks absolutely stunning. But let me know what you guys think of this build. If it's not Christmassy enough for you, I apologize. I tried to like put as much Christmas as I could in this build, just like within like my aesthetic ability. But let me know what you guys think. There will be another, you know, holiday winter themed build on Friday, which is Christmas Eve. And I actually haven't built it yet, to be totally honest with you guys, so let me know if you guys have any ideas about what that build could possibly be. I was thinking of doing a Santa's workshop build, but like I really want to do it, but it's a challenge. It definitely is gonna be a challenge if I try to do that one, because it sounds like a large scale build, and the Christmas aesthetic is a little bit hard for me to grasp sometimes, so I don't know. I can't make any promises, you guys, but I might try that one. But please let me know if you guys have any other holiday ideas for Friday's build. It doesn't need to be Christmas. It can be anything at all, so just let me know. But yeah, anyway, so back to the build. As you can see, this is wintertime. This build is in Glimmerbrook, whatever that town is called. It's the one that came with the supernatural, like the magic pack. And I was originally gonna build this in the cottage living world, like the Hensford, I think it's called. But for some reason, like the snow effect was like not working there. I don't know if it doesn't snow in Hensford. I thought it did, which is why I was gonna build it there, but it didn't for some reason. So I ended up building it in Glimmerbrook. But it looks nice. I like this like paved driveway in the front with the trees on the side. It's actually quite lovely. So I don't use this world that much, but I was pleasantly surprised with how nice this looked in the winter. So that's where this house takes place, where it is. But right now I'm just trying to sort out the outside. I mentioned a couple other videos, I'm trying to pay more attention to the exterior of my builds. Part of that is also just because my thumbnails for my videos tend to be the exterior of my build, so I'm trying to pay a lot more attention to them, so you guys can see, you know, really cool builds that look cool on the outside, not just the inside. But well, because I mean, I am studying interior design specifically, so my expertise is kind of more in interiors than exteriors, but I'm trying to, you know, expand my horizons and stuff by, you know, trying to make my exteriors just have a little bit more punch to them, you know? But if you guys have any like tips or tricks or anything at all about how to get my exteriors looking even better, please let me know. I'm by no means like some great build expert, and I learn new things about building every day. So if you guys have any tips at all, please let me know. Especially when it comes to using the terrain tool. I've tried like in several of my builds to use it, and sometimes I've been successful, but most of the time I'm not. I don't know. It's a difficult tool for me to use. I haven't quite like mastered it like by any means at all. But I want to try using it more just because I feel like it can add like extra depth and levels to my build. So please let me know if you guys have any tips about that at all. But yeah, anyways, so you can see with this build, we have this little like garden patch out in the front with like frozen vegetables, and then we have like a little not really a driveway, just like a little area to park your car in the back, and we have this like truck, so I imagine the person who lives here. Maybe, I don't know what they do. I wasn't thinking too like specifically about the characters, but I did give them this truck just because I felt like it had like a homey feel to it. You know, maybe, it'd be fun. Maybe the people who own this house, maybe they run like a Christmas tree farm or something. I feel like that would be pretty cute. I've never actually been to a Christmas tree farm. I've never had like a real Christmas tree, like a living Christmas tree. I've only ever had, you know, the plastic kind. So I don't really know like what that experience is like. It seems so fun, you know, to go to the Christmas tree farm with your family and you pick out like your home Christmas tree. It's an experience I've never had, but it seems very like, what's the word? Like it would be like one of your fond like Christmas memories, you know, when you look back on your life. But I don't have that, unfortunately. Oh no. Maybe one day I'll be able to go buy a real Christmas tree. But you know, if any of you guys celebrate Christmas, let me know. Do you have any like Christmas tree traditions? Because I know people do Christmas trees in different ways. You know, people have different ornaments they use. Sometimes they have like sentimental ornaments. Sometimes they, you know, people make like popcorn garlands, which is a thing that I've discovered recently. They look so fun to make. I've never actually I never made one before. I never even heard of them. So that was pretty cool to see. So yeah, let me know. Or what do you put on top of your Christmas tree? Because people put different things on top, you know? Like my family what did we put? We had like I can't even remember. I think it was a star, like some old like wood star we put on top. You know, some people put like little angels on there. Some people put, you know, snowmen or something. I don't know. But let me know, because I feel like some people out there probably have the coolest, like craziest, kookiest traditions, and I think it's so wonderful that we can, you know, talk about these things and learn about how other people live, you know? I think it's a cool thing for us to expand our horizons and our understanding of the world by just talking about the little things that we do to you know, make ourselves have a good time and feel human and feel special, you know? So let me know if you guys have anything like that. But yeah, anyway, so I know I'm jumping around a lot in my narration, but you know, I do that in every single one of my videos, so you guys should be used to it by now, because that's just how I talk. Unfortunately, my brain either moves at like 100 miles per hour or it just like doesn't move at all, and it just like gets stuck. So I jump around a lot, and I apologize for that. But you know, whatever. Anyway, so we're in the living room area now. So obviously we had to have a fireplace because that is just like so like Christmassy. I've never had a fireplace. I never like did the Christmas with the fireplace thing with the stockings over the fireplace. But that's always like what I think of when I think of like Christmas Eve, is like the family gathered around the fire, you know? And this particular family has their stockings hung above their fireplace, which is probably a fire hazard, but you know, like they're probably not gonna light the fire while the stockings are there. This family in particular hung 3 stockings over their fireplace, which is like a little bit inaccurate to this build because I only put 1 bedroom in, and I did imagine that, you know, only 2 people live here, like a couple. So I'm not sure who the 3rd stocking is for. Maybe they have someone visiting. Maybe it's like a stocking for Santa or something. I don't know. And there's another thing, Santa Claus. The legend of Santa Claus is such an interesting concept to me. Like, I would love to know what your guys' experience with Santa Claus was. Like, what was the story you were told about him? Like, and did you believe in him? Because when I was a kid, I actually didn't really believe in Santa Claus. My parents, like, told me that he was real, but they kind of like did it in a way where they didn't like really want to like put too much effort into the lie. So, you know, like all the gifts, like the tags, it was obviously like my parents' handwriting. Like they would ask me what I wanted. I didn't have to write like a list for Santa Claus or anything. So like I didn't really like believe in it even as a kid. I was just like, okay, sure, Santa Claus, wink wink. But you know, some parents like really put in the effort to like make Santa Claus real for their kids. You know, some parents like you know, you know, I always thought the funniest thing was the myth about Santa Claus eating cookies, because it's just like a way for parents to get their kids to make them cookies that they can eat at night. I think that's so fucking funny. Oh no, I shouldn't swear. Oh, it's Christmas. Oh no, I think it's so funny. But I would like, I totally get the appeal. Like I would totally tell my kids like, oh, you know what, Santa Claus, like he really likes like, I don't know, what kind of cookies do I like? Chocolate chip cookies. Like, you should really make him some chocolate chip cookies. And my kids would make the cookies, and then I would just eat them up all night. That sounds like a pretty good deal to me in exchange for buying my kids those presents that they want or whatever the hell. But yeah, I don't know. What did you guys believe in Santa Claus? I feel like that's such an interesting thing to talk about, you know, because people have very different experiences, and just like culturally, people have different ideas of what Santa Claus is and where he comes from and what he looks like and all these different things. I think it's so interesting that we like have created this mythology of this character that comes and breaks into our house and, you know, gives you gifts because he can like tell if you've been good this year, and if you've been bad, he's gonna put like coal in your stocking, which is so random. Like I don't even know. So let me know what you guys think of the whole Santa Claus thing, and if you guys, you know, if you imagine yourself in the future with a family, do you think you're gonna tell your kids about Santa Claus? Are you going to, I hate to say, are you going to lie to your kids? But I mean, that's kind of what it is. Are you going to lie to your kids about Santa Claus being real? Or are you going to just like not do that? Because I haven't really decided yet, because there's something like fun and magical about creating this like fantasy world for your kid to like enjoy every holiday. But at the same time, I'm also kind of, I don't know. I mean, obviously I'm not a parent yet, but some part of me feels weird about the idea of like lying to my kid about this thing that doesn't exist, and eventually they're gonna find out that it doesn't exist, and that moment of finding out might be kind of like upsetting. So I really don't know yet. I mean, I don't plan on being a parent for quite a while, so I have a lot of time to figure it out. But I'd love to hear your guys' input on, you know, what you think of that aspect of the holidays, of the Christmas holiday in particular. But yeah, anyways, so back to the build. I know I always do this. I go off on a tangent about something totally unrelated, and then I'm like, okay, back to the build. And then I talk about the build for like a minute, and then I go on another tangent. If you're new to my channel, that is just, you know, the way that it goes here. I'm scatterbrained. It'll be the death of me, but you know, I hope it provides some sort of entertainment for you guys. But yeah, anyway, so we're in the bathroom now. I originally had this really cute, like deer antler mirror, and it's totally perfect for like the Christmas vibe, but I just got rid of it just because I don't know, it like the color scheme and the way it didn't really fit with the bathroom, and also like this home is supposed to like exist outside of like just like Christmas. Like it's supposed to be a home that's like decorated for Christmas, not necessarily like permanently stuck in like a Christmas world. So I wanted the bathroom to just seem like kind of more of a normal place. It's just kind of like decorated for Christmas. So we have this really nice like Christmas rug in the center, and I think we put in like a painting or something like that. And then we are going to jump around a little bit. I'm going to stick in some curtains, and then I think we're going to move to the dining room now. Yeah. So in terms of Christmas food, I've mentioned this in my other videos. Thanksgiving is like one of my favorite holidays, just specifically because I really like the food. Like I'm a very like food driven person. Like I love food. Or food driven's the wrong word. I'm a food appreciator. I love going to new restaurants and trying out new things. I think food is just such a fun way to experience the world. Like food, like eating out is like an experience for me. It's not just like, ooh, yum, yum, yum. It's like, oh, like the atmosphere of the restaurant, you can try new tastes, and it's a new experience. I just think it's just a great thing. So Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays because the food is so freaking delicious, and you just have this atmosphere of like warmth, and it's cold outside but it's warm inside, and you got this delicious turkey and mashed potatoes. It's just such an atmosphere, and you have such wonderful food. It's also why I really like Halloween. I also like Halloween because of the costumes and just the fun of it, but I also just really like candy too, so Halloween's up there for me too. Christmas, though, is confusing because I don't think that my family, like, did, like, specific food for Christmas. Like, we, like, one of our traditions, I guess, was, like, going out for breakfast on Christmas mornings. We'd always go out to a diner that we liked or somewhere and just, like, eat a normal, like, breakfast. That's what we did. So that's, like, my like, memory of Christmas food is just, like, going out and getting breakfast. But, like, I think some people do, like, a Christmas dinner. Like, my family didn't really do that. We just kind of, like, ate whatever we wanted to eat on Christmas Eve. But I know some people do a Christmas dinner, and I think that the food is, like, ham, right? Isn't it, like, Thanksgiving food, but instead of a turkey, it's, like, a ham? That's, like, my impression of the you know, what it is. And, I mean, obviously I'm talking specifically from a Western perspective in America. But that is my impression, is that ham is the thing here, right? Like, people eat ham on Christmas. I don't know. I never did that, but it seems like a cool thing to do. I like ham, I guess. I'd never had, like, a big ham before. So let me know if you guys have any, like, Christmas foods that you guys eat, because, like, that is not a part of Christmas that was, like, ever in my experience. So I think it'd be really interesting to see what you guys had instead, you know? Because I didn't even do, like, gingerbread houses or, like, cookies or anything like that. I might this year to just, you know, have fun with it, but I didn't really do that growing up. So, like, food was not, like, a huge part of my Christmas experience. So I'm very curious to hear what you guys, you know, have to say or for your experiences with that. Anyways, we're doing the kitchen very quickly, just kind of threw it together. Honestly, I've been not struggling. I've been a little bit dissatisfied with my kitchens recently in a couple of my builds. Because I used to, like, I always say, like, the bathroom is my least favorite room to do because you just stick in, you know, the appliances and then you're done. But for some reason, I've been feeling a little bit uninspired with my kitchens recently, and I'm trying to get out of that kitchen slump. So in my future builds, I think I'm gonna try to, like, make my kitchens have a little bit more punch to them. So let me know if you guys have any ideas for how to do that, or if you know any, like, specific kitchen custom content that I could check out, please let me know. You can comment that down below, or check out our Discord, where we also have a specific, like, custom content channel where we can talk about, you know, specific custom content. So yeah, check that out if you guys are interested. Anyway, so this is the bedroom, obviously very, very Christmassy, like, very extremely Christmassy. They have this whole Christmas, like, pillow set going on, which is very, like, extreme, but, you know, I think it looks, you know, on point for what we're doing here. I do love the wallpaper in this bedroom. It's like this, like, leafy, like, pattern with, like, these, like, keys hanging from trees. It's just, like, a really cool, like, wallpaper, and I actually quite like it. I've never actually lived in a house that had wallpaper. I've only ever had, like, painted walls. But I think that in my dream home, I imagine that there will be, like, beautiful wallpaper like this, because I think, well, look at that. Isn't that stunning? Like, imagine that in real life. That's, like, your bedroom wallpaper. I feel like that would be so absolutely beautiful. But unfortunately, wallpaper is, like, weirdly expensive. I don't know why it's so expensive. It's, like, a couple $100 sometimes for, like, per foot. It's kind of crazy. But it's, you know, it's stunningly beautiful. Anyways, totally off topic. We are finishing up this house with the entryway. Just popped in a little bit of a chessboard, and then we're gonna put in a what's it called, armoire. It's just like a dresser just stuck in the corner. And then we're about finished with this build, but please let me know what you guys think. And like I said, let me know if you have any fun holiday traditions you'd like to share with me. It doesn't even have to be specifically Christmas. I'm just speaking from my own experiences as someone who celebrates Christmas, but of course I would love to learn about whatever you guys do, whatever your traditions are, anything at all. I think the internet's a wonderful place. I've said this so many times, but I can't stress it enough. I think it's a great place for us to, you know, connect with people who are different than us, and to learn new things, and to appreciate new ideas, new cultures, and new things that we're not, you know, normally aware of. So yeah, let me know so we can talk and chill. And yeah, anyways, also if you guys have any, like, a specific name idea for this build, and I say this, like, in all my recent videos, but please let me know. Like, is this, like, I can't even think, like, Holly Jolly House? I don't know. Come up with a better name than that. But let me know what you guys think, and let me know if you have any specific ideas for builds on Friday, which is Christmas Eve. But again, that build doesn't need to be, you know, Christmas specific. Just anything to do with the holidays or winter or anything at all, let me know. Anyways, as always, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.